My father was the Black Tiger. Now I'm the Black Tiger. Not quite what I had in mind for a family legacy.
Nice work. There's a new player shaking up the underworld. Who did it? I don't know names.
They all look alike to me.
Timothy! We need to have a little chat.
Schedule an appointment with my secretary.
It's hard enough being Black Tiger. Trying to figure out how to do all this without compromising my personal identity.
Well, consider me honored to be what? The only one who knows your secret?
Miss Secretary, can you fill me in now?
I got the hot drive on modulator and the 2-day uneven flow. Inside the time-space continuator, there's a flux mount that's set to go. This thing is vertical, retractable, reversible, submergible and Germany. And the mechanism cross the divide, multiply and disk drive is Germany. It's Germany. Plug the main out into the AC. I've got the steam pre to heat it up. If there's a dropout inside the timepiece, in the jam scene, we'll lock it up. I've been building it, planning it, dreaming it, planning it, jamming it, I'm jamming it. And if I pull a switch and nothing hits, I'll do it all again. Right now, I give everything I've got. Journey with you, no doubt. I believe in everything you are. Journey with you, take me. In the undergrid, we're getting shaken. The excitement is in the air.
Hey, good morning, friends. How are you? Welcome to another edition of Comics and Coffee. I'm your host today, Don Chin, phoning in today from a kind of an overcast day in California. I'm up north, kind of where the Ewoks live, and it's not sunny. It's not like your typical California summer day, but hopefully it'll burn off. I hope you're doing well. I'm getting caffeinated. I've got my coffee in my X-FARCE mug. And we've got a good show today. We've got a lot of cool guests that are in the waiting room that are going to tell us about what they're up to. They've got campaigns and shows and comics, and that's what we're about here on this channel, is promoting people that are creators and keeping this wonderful art form alive. So anyways, I will go ahead and get into this. We're going to have about 10 minutes or less per guest, and they're going to show us what they're up to. Our first guest is going to be Hex Allen with Nephilim Squadron. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him in. And let's see. Hey, Hex.
Hey,
Good.
how's it
How are
going,
you?
Don? Good to see you.
Good. You're my first time guest on this show. I've seen you.
Yeah.
We've been on shows together. And
Uh,
where are you from, my friend?
I'm from Los Angeles.
Okay.
So
So
yeah, I'm right below you.
okay, cool. How's life? I heard
Sorry.
there's a bunch of heard there was a bunch of cows stampeding through LA. Did that run by your house?
Oh, that was surreal. That was several miles away, but yeah, it was big news late last night.
Okay. Well, as long as they're not on fire, like Mars attacks, that's
Oh, yeah.
probably good.
Yeah.
So
Rose-
tell me,
Roadhouse.
Hex, how long have you been in comics now?
Well, I've been into comics since I was around 13, and I've always been drawing, all my life, and had formal training, and as far as working in comics, I would say that started in around 1995 at Motown Machine Works, which was a banner under Image. And I worked as a paid intern as a colorist for a few months, and that's where I met John Hervey. We all know
All right.
his famous John Hervey. Sorry about the phone. I was having a problems with my laptop mic, and so I had to
That's all
switch
right.
to the phone. I'm phoning it in.
As long as it's not an earthquake, you're fine.
I'm having trouble with the.
That's all right. We'll make it through this. So it's hard to tell how old you are. You look so young. So you must be in your probably 40s or.
I'll be 50 next year. 50.
All right. Nice, man. That's great. What do you do? Do you do this full time or do you have another job? Are you?
Yeah, I have another job. That's not related to comics, kind of entertainment related.
Okay.
But I don't want to.
So yeah, John's been on my show a couple different times, and obviously we played his Black Tiger promo there. Have you ever worked with John on stuff?
No. It's the funny thing. I until I got into the crowdfunding scene last year. It was around May of last year. It was when I became active on the social medias and decided to jump in. And then a couple of months after doing that, I see John Hervey on some shows, and I'm like, I know that name. I recognize that. Oh my God, that's John Hervey from Motown Machine Works.
He's a cool guy. I like John a lot.
So I haven't seen him in 26 years until.
Wow. So tell us about your project. I've seen you on different shows, and it sounds like a really cool concept. And you want to kind of give us your elevator pitch on it?
Oh yeah. So Nephilim Squadron is my comic. It's a 32-page black and white special edition for this campaign. And what it is, the story of it is that it's a story of a clone pilot in the 28th century in a future war on a colonized planet, and this pilot, his personal journey is to find a soul, but through the course of the story, we discover that his destiny is far greater than that, and on another level, on a meta level, the Nephilim Squadron is an ancient mythological tale that's retold 700 years in the future and on a different planet.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of remember Nephilim in the Bible. Aren't they like the it's like if you hybrid between a human and an angel?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
The hybrid of the fallen angels who are sent,
okay,
out of heaven and supposedly mated with the human race, and the Nephilim were the result of that. And in some interpretations, they were possessed by fallen angels.
Okay, fallen angels. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So probably they're not.
You can see the.
They're not good then, right? Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
I see.
No.
They can be good.
The thing is, it's kind of allegorical for what these characters go through in the story.
Gotcha.
Fall from grace and attempting to reach the former greatness and heights.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So that's got some redemption elements in it. So
right,
probably what you're saying.
Self-actualization. There's a lot of character arcs and developments, and as well as action.
So Hex, is this your first crowdfunding comic, or have you done?
Oh yeah, this is my very first crowdfunder. And I'm shocked as anybody that it's been such a success. It's been a wild ride, and I'm closing the campaign on June 30th.
Okay.
So I recommend people jump in and back it, because right now I have sketch card tiers, and oh my God, they're in the other room. I was going to show them. Oh,
that's okay. You can. Yeah, I see that here for $36. You can get, that's a pretty good price for getting a sketch card and the comics.
Yes. Please take advantage of me. I was told I'm undercharging for this.
Cool, bud. Yeah, well, you look like you're just shy of 3,000, so I'm hoping that we can help you get there. And I'll definitely take a closer look at your campaign and figure out which one I want to get. But so are you the mainly the writer, artist, colorist, or do you have a team of?
Yeah, I'm an insane person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it all right now, but for the next campaign, I'm hoping to have a little help with maybe uh, getting a flatter involved.
Yeah.
Because oh my God, it's so time consuming.
It is hard. It's a lot harder than people think to be a one-man show. So
Mhm.
I just wanted to let people know that you can back Past Master Dan, who's one of our mods, put a link in the
Thank,
chat. But
oh,
on all
thank
of our
you.
guests, yeah, I tried to
Hey,
set it
chat.
up. Yeah, I tried to
Chat.
I try to set it up so everybody can easily go to the links, either your Twitter or your campaign page. So if you look in the description part of this video, whether you're watching it live or later, you should easily be able to click on these links and go right to your campaign page. So what's next after this book, Hex?
Well, July 17th, I'll be launching Volume 1 of Nephilim Squadron, which is I don't want to say the real campaign, but it's the big salami, huh?
The big
It's
salami. All right.
wait a minute. This is a family show. Sorry. It's
No, it's all
going to
right.
be it's chapters 1 through 3 in color, an 80 page graphic novel. So
Wow.
this current campaign is sort of a teaser, my canary in the coal mine, if you will, to see if what sticks to the wall.
Okay.
For the campaign starting in July 17th, Volume 1 of
Good for
Nephilim
you.
Squadron. Haha.
Good for you.
So
That's
please
that's kind of
sign up for
what
that.
that's kind of what I did, getting our feet wet and starting kind of with the smaller project instead of kind of coming in guns blazing to kind of figure out what you got to do to make things work in crowdfunding. It's a lot of self-promotion,
Oh yeah,
it's
that's a full-time job.
you've been on streams pretty much every week for the last several months, I know.
Mm.
So good
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you.
There are times when I had to take about 3 weeks off, a couple times this year, just so I don't burn out and so I can get stuff done with the book too.
Yeah.
It's a lot more. It's easier for me to just bear down without distraction.
I saw in your kind of your promo stuff that you said it's kind of had a little bit of heavy metal influence. Did you
Mm-hmm.
read that a lot? I did too when I was younger.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had a subscription when I was a teenager and everything.
Yeah, the Richard Corbin stuff, that was really good.
Yeah.
So what would you say is your best bang for the buck, Hex? Probably the sketch card
Yeah. Either
deal?
of those. Yeah. Either of those tiers. And for domestic shipping, the shipping is very low.
Okay.
So it's probably be worth it for you to get either of the sketch card tiers because you get the 32-page black and white comic, you get a Nephilim Squadron print, and sketch card. And
Cool.
the first tier is commission of any pop culture fictional character of your choice, and you
Awesome.
also get the stretch goal guest artist cards.
Oh yeah, I saw that. You
Trading
have like
cards. Yeah.
you got Preston in there and
Mm-hmm.
some
Mm-hmm.
passion for drawing. So yeah, let's just check this out. Lots of characters. Looks like you've got a really well-developed storyline. Simon's
Oh
in
yeah.
there.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, you're very close to the Jay Krager trading
Yeah,
card.
that'll be great. Don't let
Nice.
me hoard that card.
Nice. All
It'll
right.
be
So
a good time.
you've got about 7 days left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. All right.
Uh-huh.
Well, Hex, anything else you want to add to letting people know anything else about your campaign or you today?
Well, for the future campaign, the big one, Volume 1, launching July 17th. I'm also working with Global Frequency Studios, they are launching Mavericks,
Right.
their mech epic,
Yeah.
on July 22nd, and we're doing a thing where if you back both campaigns, you will receive a jam piece from a third party artist,
Oh, that's
a
cool.
special guest artist who is
I
doing a
like
jam
it.
piece of our properties in a print.
I like it when the creators kind of get piggyback on each other and kind of have some good partnering. So good for you, man. Well, I wish you the best, Hex. You've been a great guest. I hope your regular laptop camera gets fixed, but your phone worked just fine.
Yeah, it's actually better, except for the shakiness.
Yeah, it's pretty high def. It's amazing what technology can do these days.
Yeah.
So, well, hey, bud, thank you for joining us today.
Cheers.
Yeah, and people can find you on Twitter. Hex has a YouTube channel.
Yes,
obviously,
Hex
go to
Allen
go to Indiegogo and back the Nephilim Squadron before the campaign ends. And are you closing out on anybody's stream, or are you doing your own?
I'm not sure, but I guess I plan to do my stream. Close out on my stream, because it's like most of the action for crowdfunding and Comicsgate is on the East Coast. So
right,
a lot of people will probably be asleep or.
I hear you.
I'm on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
I 3 a.m. Eastern.
Us West Coasters kind of have the disadvantage on that. But Hex, I thank you again for your time, and I hope you have a great day.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Okay, take care, bud.
I'll see you on the nets.
Okay, see you, bud. All right, that's the amazing Hex Allen from the Nephilim Squadron. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. Are you guys saying anything fun? King of crowdfunding tag. Kings of crowdfunding. Who would that be, Past Master? Is there somebody that's the king of crowdfunding? I think there's quite a few that are pretty successful. So it's good to see Critical Blast in the chat. I see you there. Did I ever give you a wrench, RJ? Let me know. If not, I'll definitely rectify that. We have Jim O'Reilly also in the chat. He's one of our artists on Beardzerker. Very talented. So our next guest, guys, is going to be a gentleman that I've seen on a few shows, and he's overseas. I don't know what time it is for Mike, but he says he's pretty tired because he just got off work. So we're going to welcome Mike to the stream. Hey, Mike.
What up, lovelies?
Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Tired.
Tired?
It's 6:15, and I came home half an hour ago. So
wow,
it's been a long day.
What's your day job?
My side job is being a mover. That's about 2 or 3 days a week. And the rest of my waking hours, I'm drawing. So
okay, nice. Well, hey man, what country are you in? Netherlands, is that correct, or somewhere over there? Okay, nice. What's it like in this time of year? Is it your summer, or is it?
Yeah, it's summer. It's it's about the same height, same as far as north as New York, roughly. So it's about 25 degrees C. So yeah, it's comfy, sunny, and not when you're moving boxes.
No, yeah, I bet it's pretty hot. Are you? What do you prefer, Mike or Mike Jimmy, or
just Mike?
Just Mike.
Usually, I put in a Mike Jimmy because if there's another Mike in the chat or a Michael, then they get referred to as Mike as well, and the people can refer to me as Jimmy.
Okay. Have you always lived in the Netherlands, or are you?
Yeah. No,
cool.
I'm native.
Native. So, what got you into comics? I mean, I don't know if you read, if you're exposed to the same things we are over here in the States, but you obviously.
Well, I'm very much used to Franco-Belgian comics. My dad used to have a huge collection, so obviously they would be in my room.
Okay, yeah.
Because I would be the one reading them, and he would just supply me with new ones every so often. And yeah, from there it was just drawing all day, every day, and I turned it into a job.
Nice. This is like your 4th issue, so you've been doing this for. When did you start your first issue?
In 2018, and that was Live from Cora at the End of Ritual. Then we have number 2, which is A Flying Tusker.
Okay.
And issue 3, Octa's Climbs, which is the one that only ended last month. See, that's how tired I am. I start slurring.
That's okay. I'm sorry. Let me make you a little bit bigger. Can you show us
sure.
those comics again?
So we got issue 1, Ouchie and the Ritual, fluffy creatures playing drums. Issue 2, I want to fly so badly, but I can't, that I'm gonna start making my own wings and fight a flying machine.
Okay.
And issue 3 is rock people being attacked by birds.
Okay, cool. I like it. It's got a very inviting kind of theme of nature and colors. And is it for all ages, Mike, or
yes.
do you?
Yes.
Okay, very nice. So I already preloaded your trailer. Can we go ahead and watch your new trailer? Okay, let's do that. Let me get it going here. All right, guys, this is a Life on Cora trailer by Mike. Here we go. There you go. Very nice. So Mike, are you the guy that does it all? Are you,
no.
Writer? No. Okay.
No. I got 2 writers, Kimberly Kovac and Martin Fisher.
Okay.
Kimberly Kovac wrote this issue. Martin Fisher wrote the 3rd. And the first 2 issues were written by my ex, who used to be my writer. Okay. And then I hired a colorist from issue 3 and onward.
Great. So what is your you have a lot of like anthropomorphic creatures here.
It is a world building comic. So to get like you should scroll back up a little bit. You see the core and the continents around it that orbit it like planets. And then there is a single cloud that gives water to everything. And somehow life sprouted on it or continued on it because it is actually a sci-fi megastructure. You don't see any of that in the stories. It's, you know, it's very easygoing and fun for, you know, all ages. But you can read more into it, and it's just a lot of fun. Yeah. And so the 4th issue is finally completely underwater, and it shows in the visuals. My color is just enhanced every single page to a level that just makes me jaw drop every single time. Yeah, and that's pretty. It's incredible to work with her. So what do you call this creature that we're looking at? The Mysius. And they are a very distant cousin of the creatures we followed in Life on Cora 1 and 2. So they have the same kind of body type, but they diverge to a point where they live completely underwater. Okay. And their society decides everything depending on their inner talent. So they have a ritual, the inner talents ritual, where they they decide your inner talent, what you're good at naturally, and that decides who you hang out with, who you talk to, pretty much everything in your life. Okay. And this story is about the individual who doesn't want to be you know, just one thing, and through a small adventure he finds out that yes, you can be more, but it it won't be easy. Okay. And wow, this is nice. In only 32 pages because every issue is only 32 pages. It's a floppy. It's on A4, so it's slightly bigger than your US comic size. Yeah, you get a lot of story out of it, a lot more than you might expect.
Yeah, we got some good comments already in the chat of people that have read your book. So how long do you have left in your campaign, Mike? I guess I can
19 days.
Okay. Is this your first 30 or have you gone?
This is my first 30, but I'm probably not going to extend. Okay. I'm just going to go into in-demand and start working on Love and Cora 5.
Gotcha. Okay, nice.
I want to fulfill in August, and this would finish halfway through July. The comic is pretty much done. There's a couple more pages that need to be colored. And then it's straight, like proofreading straight to the printer and fulfilling halfway through August and just pushing it out like I did with Life in Cora 3.
Very nice. So are you coming out with, it almost seems like are you trying to do like 1 or 2 books a year?
I'm planning to, I want to turn it into 6 books a year.
Wow, that's ambitious.
Bi-monthly. They're 32-page stories. They are a lot of fun. Like, I don't get tired of it at all. The only thing that's keeping me back right now is my side job. If it wasn't for that, I would be, my side job pays for my bills. It pays for my colorist. It pays for my writers. I give them a proper wage that they deserve. Mm-hmm. We got scripts up to Love and Cora 10. So, I can keep going for a good long while. And
sounds like it.
Yeah, it's just going to keep going. If my writers ever get sick of it, then I'm just going to go and, get new writers, because this world is ever expanding. And
good for you.
It's too much fun, and new creatures get figured out every single day. There's a tier on the campaign where you can design your own creature with us that will be canon.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah. For €300, so about 350 United States dollars.
Mm-hmm. Right here.
Yeah, 358.
Right,
okay. You can get your own creatures in Life on Cora, and we will make it canon. They will appear in the background. I will make sure of it, and just add them to the roster of creatures that we have in there.
Nice. I have to ask you, Mike, did you have sea monkeys growing up?
No. No, I did not.
I'm sorry. I have an obsession with sea monkeys, and when
there's another little exclusive thing. If you scroll slightly bit down to the 150 tier.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm getting
right
5 plushies made of the main character from Life on Cora 3.
Very nice.
And only 1 has already been claimed. There's only going to be 4 more. These are made to order. So the ones that get made are the only ones in the world. They're going to be 16 inches. So they're really nice, big rock dudes. And I really hope other people are going to take them, because I love that dude. He's adorable.
That's cool. That's cool. I think if that one's successful, that your main character looks very, very plushy, and like a little kid would love to kind of make that their stuffed animal that they take to bed. So that's great.
At $4,500, so not euros but dollars, I'm going to unlock 10-inch plushies of the main character from Life on Cora 1. So these will be widely available. They're only going to be €30 or 40 USD, just about.
Okay.
And these are going to be a lot easier to get. But yeah, I really hope to get that goal. That would be awesome.
Great. Are you working with RJ on like the international shipping thing where he helps?
Yes,
that's great.
So
that's great.
Instead of €23 or about 30 USD, you're only paying €8 or 10 USD.
Oh, that's a really good deal. Awesome.
So yeah, it's incredible that we got it that low. I'm really happy we did.
That's great. So people can get a hold of you, Mike, either on Twitter. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's been put in there as well.
Okay.
And I try to stream more often, but my side job is getting really busy again.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I like hanging out. If anyone wants to reach me on Facebook or on Twitter, just hit me up. I'm always in for a new show. And yeah, if you got any questions, by all means, send them my way.
Great.
I always try to answer them as soon as possible.
Well, your English is really great. Do you? Is there also a language for? What do you call the Netherlands language?
Nederlands. Just Dutch-ish, pretty much.
Okay. Nice. So you're bilingual?
Yeah, only Dutch and English. Anything else is just a complete mess.
Gotcha. Okay, I have to ask. Besides sea monkeys, do you own a pair of clogs?
No, and I never owned one. And most people in the Netherlands don't either.
Okay.
You walk on them so horribly that you don't want to wear them for more than 5 minutes. Trust me.
Okay, so no river dancing in your house, right?
No.
Hey, Mike, I appreciate you coming on. I know you had a long day, and you are a hard worker. I can tell you're very passionate about life on Cora, because every time I see you on a stream, you just light up, and
yeah,
your enthusiasm is infectious. So more power to you. I'll definitely give your campaign a good look. And people in the chat, please support Mike's book if you haven't already. He looks like he's in it for the long haul. So there, nowhere to go but up, and he's got all sorts of cool swag plans. So Mike, thank you for joining us, my friend.
Anytime.
All right, have a great night. Hope you get some good food in your belly, and
oh yeah, I'm gonna eat like a king.
All right, you take care. Thanks, Mike.
Take it easy, man.
All right, bye-bye. All right, that's Mike from the Netherlands. What a cool dude. All right, so our next person that we have in the chat, besides I do that, I'll have to say hi to Pops Van Zant. Hi, Pops, how are you? And he's got a great suggestion there. If you haven't liked and shared this stream, please do that, and subscribe if you could. I'm so close, very close to 2,000 subscribers. I keep refreshing my screen every day, and it's just like stuck at 1.99, and I have to do something special for 2,000. I'm not exactly sure. If there was a way for me to dole out virtual cake, I would to you guys, but we'll figure out something fun. I think we're going to get there this month. All right, so in the chat room, in the green room, we have another guest. We actually have two guests, but I'm going to bring them on one at a time. They're two Jasons. We have a Jason O and a Jason H. And I'm excited to welcome both these gentlemen to my show. They're first-time guests to me. Just become introduced to them recently, and I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and bring in Jason O first. Hey, Jason, how are you, bud? I'm doing good. How are you?
Thanks for having me.
You got the signature aviator glasses. That's how. Actually, some days you look like you wear like sunglasses. Do you wear sunglasses and these glasses, like two pair, or is this what you?
These are the only pair. This is the only pair I wear.
Nice, man. So you're in California too, right?
Oh no, my sister's in California. She'll be participating with the fulfillment of the book. Right now, I'm in the Philippines, but I grew up, and yes, I grew up and I worked in New York City, and I came here for a little vacation, and I stayed for quite a while.
Oh,
so I won't be back for a couple of years, probably.
Gotcha. So how do you like the States?
The States? Oh, big culture shock when I went there when I was 13. And an even bigger shock when I frequented the comic book conventions, trying to get a job and eventually getting in. So
cool. I don't know if you knew this, but in the 90s, I published a bunch of Filipino guys with a book called Aster that took off. There's Oliver Isabedra, Lionel Francis Yu, Jay Anacleto. Those were all Filipino
Oh,
artists that
yes.
I
Sounds
kind of
familiar.
rubbed elbows with. Yeah, yeah. So
you and Anacleto, especially.
you guys have a lot of talent over there. So did you follow Nestor Redondo growing up? I think he was from the Philippines.
You know, I followed. He sounds familiar. I probably came across him,
Old
but
school.
yeah,
School, like old school DC. He did Swamp Thing after Bernie Wrightson did it in the probably in the 70s and the 80s, and he's since passed away. But his style always appealed to me, and I think he's probably one of the best known Filipino artists, but he's no longer alive. But I definitely recommend you check out his work because I think you'd like it.
After talking to you right now, I'm probably gonna remember it and gonna be, oh my god, how could I have forgotten?
Oh, that's all right.
I've come across him for sure. But
have you ever met Will? Have you met Will Portacio?
I can't, you know what? He has in 1999 when I came here, I think he had a huge place, but I never got to meet him. He got a huge place here in like one of the super malls. He had
really?
School. Yeah, I never got to meet him. I never came across him.
Well, let's go ahead and add your screen to the
okay.
Put you up high here. So I saw I saw your campaign, kind of the pre-launch on Indiegogo, and I was just immediately struck by how good your artwork was. And this character, it almost seems like every month there seems to be like a new character with a kind of a Western theme, whether it's gorillas or or octopus or so it's kind of a cool you guys should do a big crossover, like
it's its own genre by this point.
Yeah, the good, the bad, and the squirmy. I said if you team up with Six Gun Gorilla and AR-15 orangutan. So Jason, I was listening to you on Bancroft's show. That's how I came to support your endeavor. But you've been in this business for a while. I think you said you had credits with DC and you work with Billy Tucci. Can you kind of tell us about what that experience was like for working with, for the big guys?
Oh, the big guys. It was fun. It was challenging. And of course, you had to hit your deadlines. And there's a structure to it that you really have to prove yourself. And, I tried to get into Marvel, but I was mostly at DC. I didn't have a lot. I just had a few freelance jobs there, and the culture was different for me because DC would have the hallway, right? And Marvel would be would have this big open space. I don't know how it is right now, but when I went to Marvel, I had DC characters in my portfolio. They told me, okay, looks nice, but come back with some Marvel characters. But by that time, I was already working in advertising, and I had a steady job. And I'm curious, but that I decided to pick that job over continuing in the comic books. But I did still do freelance after. With Billy and Crusade, we were all over. We were in San Diego, and we were in Philadelphia, and all over New York, and it was fun. It was it was like it's different from the big mainstream. Of course, you're more in touch with the fans, and usually he would put on these shows, and he would hire a Kodo drummer. He hired a Kodo drummer in San Diego, and he would have his motorcycle there. It was a whole show.
Yeah,
So it was
Billy was like a rock star. He put on some pretty big spec. So when you got your work with DC, did you just arrange a time where you could meet with an editor and show them your portfolio, or did you meet them at a convention and then you got hired, or how did you get into DC?
I met Tony Bedard at Crusade Comics. He used to edit for Valiant, and then he went to Crusade, and then after that he went to DC. And so we and him got together, and even before that, actually, I was sending my samples, and you kids out there, you could actually call an editor before, and they would answer you. Actually, Mike Carlin answered me, and I still remember it to this day. And you could even call up and go up, and that's how I got to meet some other editors. I would just call up after sending my samples, set an appointment, and somebody would come. There's like a lobby. I think they had a little Batman ride there where you could just jump onto, like it's just a little decoration. But yeah, you could. It was very open then, but in the 2000s, that's when the doors closed a little bit. It was hard to get in touch and to have that same kind of contact and connection. But that's how I did it.
If someone wanted to find your work, Jason, for DC, do you remember what issues you were in?
I did Supergirl with Peter David, JLA Annual. I did some Our Men and Birds of Prey. It's not that much. He's here and there. So it's just a freelance artist, so
How was the pay rate for that time when you worked there? Was it decent, or was it kind of, for the amount of work you did, was it worth it?
I was happy, and I got like, I think I got excited when I got like a royalty check in the mail. I was like, "What? You get this?"
Oh, really?
So yeah, so it was cool. It was okay, but the thing was, I never got into a steady. I didn't get my title where it was consistent. That's why I looked for another job. And and dude, it wasn't my best. So I look at some of the pages. I said, "This is not my best," because sometimes it's far from what I could do. So
what would have been your dream character if you were able to draw either for Marvel or DC?
Oh, Batman. Just Batman.
Just Batman. Yeah.
Just Batman. For Marvel, maybe X-Men.
Yeah, those are two of my favorites. Who did you grow up being inspired by, Jason? Because your style is so slick, but I can't really pinpoint. Like, it doesn't really look like anybody that I recognize. But so that's cool, because I like it when people don't. I like it when they borrow, but when you come up with your own style, who were your favorite creators growing up?
Well, it has to be Frank Miller, Will Eisner, and Lone Wolf and Cub. I don't know which one was the artist, Kazuo Koike or Goseki Kojima, but the Lone Wolf and Cub, yeah.
Good.
The Lone Wolf and Cub stuff is so loose that you have to be so good to be loose. You know what I mean? You have to know which details to take out. But when you when you have a Frank Miller that cuts panels like a whole page, sometimes it would just cut into 4 and stuff like. I just never thought I was. It looked so amazing to me, the simplicity of it. And Will Eisner, the inking, the fact that he could just explode out of the borders of the panel, and he was very imaginative in that way. It would use even the lettering for just as a story element. So
great.
Those 3.
So Jason, can you give us like a few-minute pitch on Octopus Cowboy? You're into your campaign. You have 32 days left, and your goal is 6,000. So you're about 50% there. That's good.
Yeah, Octopus Cowboy is about Slade, a highly evolved Pacific octopus endowed with an intelligent spirit. Captured by humans, he is forced to fight other animals for entertainment. His captor and caretaker is Charlie Knox, a disgraced, disfigured, dishonored ex-fighter who exploits animals for money.
Okay.
After what should have been a highly profitable match, Charlie is cheated out of his payment. Now he has no choice but to return to the town where he fell from grace and risk it all in a high-stakes bout that Slade can't possibly win. So the story is, the story revolves around the relationship of man and this animal, and the thing that ties them together is the fact that they're both fighters. Knox can't fight anymore, but he's sending Slade to fight for him for money. So there's like an unhealthy but strong connection there that I explore with themes of animal cruelty, man versus animal, and these themes just came naturally. So I thought that yeah, that it would be a strong, an interesting theme to explore.
The
And
Slade. Oh, go ahead.
It helps ground the character also because he seems so out there that I needed a human element to join, for him to join with, for people to write the story.
Does the octopus, does he talk?
He does not talk.
He does not talk. Do you have like captions where you're explaining what he's thinking, or how do you know, just all visual?
Yes, which necessitates so many more pages than needed to tell the story, of the story to come across. So what I thought was he's a one. If you think of the old westerns like Clint Eastwood, the Dollars trilogy, The Man with No Name, he hardly talks.
That's true.
It's so western that I thought I would just take advantage of that.
Yeah. How did you think of this concept? Did you have some bad sushi? Some bad sushi?
No, right? Oh, I would not want to have some bad sushi. Thank God all the sushis are very good. It was supposed to be for a friend of mine. After COVID happened, I had a lot of time. I messaged him to just to find out how he's doing, and he always wanted to do comic books. I asked him which genre he wanted. He said Western or detective noir. I said Western. Wow, I love Westerns. So after about 2 minutes of speaking to him, messaging him, this thing just popped into my head. And so the first sketch I did is actually here, and I turned it into a sticker right there.
Really cool, awesome.
So so I was like, for a while I had to get over it. I was like, it sounds so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, but no, I checked it out. No one has thought of it.
It sticks with you. It's a great. It's a very catchy. The imagery and the name and his name. You said his name is Slade, right? The octopus.
Slade.
Okay, yeah, great. I mean,
Which,
this. I would watch a movie just based on this. It sounds cool. Look at that artwork. I mean, you've got the animals down. That's hard to draw a horse, man. You're really good.
I've started enjoying it because I dreaded it when I was starting this book. I was like, I've never drawn so many horses in my life.
Yeah.
But
well, my wife, my wife doesn't read a whole lot of comics, but we watch Bancroft, and when she saw your artwork, she goes, "You ought to back that." And I said, "I should back that." And I said, "I mean, you look like you put in a lot of time and love into your work. So I think you're on your way, Jason. This is a great premiere book for you. I'm going to be honored. I know that you've got the sky's the limit for you, and I hope that. Are you planning on this as an ongoing series, or?
This is planned as a series, and I've already roughed out the next book so that it flows it flows to the next books. The story is just connected.
How many issues would you like to be able to release a year?
I'd be happy if I could release one a year. I would need people to help me to be able to do more than that.
Right.
I hope one a year.
Yeah, I think this is cool. Maybe you and Matt Martin should do a Octopus Cowboy Snowman crossover. That'd be kind of cool because he does really good horses too. You guys would,
I
think you do a good jam piece. Well, Jason, I did put your link to your campaign. Everybody that saw it, go ahead and please check out Jason's work. I'm honored to have you on my show, Jason. Your artwork,
I'm honored to be here.
Thank you. It speaks for itself.
I lit up. My face lit up when I saw you and on Bancroft's show, and then to the Twitter. You have to understand, I have no connection and social media presence at all. And meeting
you're working it.
And Michael, to me, it's invigorating. It gives me energy.
Oh, good, man. I'm happy to hear that, and I hope maybe we can work together in the future in some capacity.
Definitely.
You are definitely on one of the top tier levels of creators that I've seen in the last year. So I wish you the best, Jason, and everybody go check out Octopus Cowboy. He's still got halfway to go to make 6,000. And definitely this book deserves your support. And as I said on Twitter, let's get cracking and backing.
Perfect.
All right, Jason, thank you so much for your time. You have a great day, bud. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. All right, guys. So that is Jason with the cool octopus cowboy. And we've got another Jason that's been waiting patiently in the green room. Jason Hunt.
Howdy.
Hey, Jason. Wow, look at that studio, man. That's you're serious.
A little bit, yeah. How's it going?
Check this out. I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. At some point, I want to be surprised by an artist who says they want to draw Detective Chimp instead of Batman. Everybody wants to draw Batman.
Yeah, I think you put a orangutan, AR-15 in Detective Chimp's hands. That would Comicsgate would love that. So I just kind of perused your channel. You reached out to me about a week ago, and I've seen you on some different streams like Pete Sametti's, and but you've got quite a bit of content on your Sci-Fi for Me YouTube channel, and it looks like you're very serious about what you're doing. Why don't you kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and what your vision is for your project?
Okay, well, where to start? I guess about me. I'm 33 years in media. I started in college radio. I've done television, newspaper, motion pictures, and now this. I'm in my day job, a freelance media producer, which is where a lot of this equipment comes from. And in 2009, when the Sci-Fi channel changed their brand to Sci-Fi, there was that big brouhaha. We just want a channel that's got science fiction. And I thought, well, why couldn't it be online? And that's where Sci-Fi for Me got started. Originally as a blog, and eventually we've kind of evolved over the years, the various different things that we do. And right now we have 7 different shows currently in production on this channel. And we put out between 7 and 9 episodes every week between all of the different shows that we do. So we cover science fiction, fantasy, horror. Saturday morning, we've got a general week's wrap up of all of the news. We've got a couple of Star Wars shows. We got a Doctor Who discussion show. So we kind of try to cover everything. And I've got about 6 different shows that are currently on hiatus because I just don't have the manpower to get it all done.
What's your favorite genre, Jason, that you cover?
I'm more partial to science fiction than I am fantasy and horror. I'll read the sword and sorcery stuff and the Dragon Riders of Pern and that sort of thing. But I'm more into the harder science fiction, Star Trek. I mean, Star Wars is not really hard science fiction; it's space fantasy. But I'm more spaceships rather than wizards and magic.
Yeah, so. I'd probably have to agree with you there. My wife is a huge Star Trek fan. We liked Farscape a lot, which was kind of a mesh between science fiction and fantasy.
I just introduced my wife to Farscape not too long ago. She really enjoyed it too. So.
Yeah, it's fun. What do you think of The Expanse? Do you cover that at all?
Yeah, I've caught a few episodes. I haven't had time to get into it. I hear a lot of good things about it. Tim Harvey, who's my co-host on a couple of shows, he really digs it. So it's on my list to catch up on, but I just haven't had time to do it yet.
No worries. So Jason, you've got a really nice looking design. Your logo is very professional. How long? You said you've been doing this channel for a few years now?
Yeah, we started the site, sci-fi4me.com in 2009 and got on YouTube in, I want to say 2012. And in 2018, we took a break for a few months. We came back in January of 2019, and we've just kind of been really hitting it since then. So for the last 2.5 years, we've been on every week with something, and we've got.
I see.
Like I said, we've got all these shows that I do. I produce all 7 of them, and I either host or co-host 4 of them. So it keeps me busy.
Yeah. Is your goal to be able to be monetized? So you're at least getting some some payment for your efforts, or I mean, how do you
the channel
support it?
Yeah, the channel is monetized, and like you, I'm waiting to get to the 2,000 subscribers level. We're growing much slower than I would like, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we're not outrage media. We're not doing the clickbait, rage bait, everything's terrible, we hate it all type, burn it to the ground type videos. And so our growth is much slower than a lot of these other channels. And there's nothing wrong with what they're doing, but it's one of those things where we're kind of staying out of the drama. And that's got us moving a little bit slower than I'd like. But
well, good for you for taking the high road, man. I commend that. I think I don't like it when people are always attacking things and just to get clicks. This must be your wife commenting. Is that Mindy?
Yes, that's Mrs. Voss. That's Mrs.
Hi, Mindy. Nice to meet you. So what part of the world are you in, Jason?
We're based in Kansas City. I've also got correspondents in Dallas. And we have in the past, we're an all volunteer staff. So we've had people in New York, in Los Angeles, and in Poland. We've had different contributors from around the world at various different points throughout the history of the site. But right now we're in Kansas City and Dallas for the most part, but we cover everything. As a matter of fact, we've got, I'll brag a little bit. We have the largest and most current list of conventions worldwide that you're going to find anywhere on the internet. Just currently sitting at 2,208.
Holy smokes.
So all of the Comic Cons, all the horror conventions, comic book conventions, every kind of event you can think of that's related to genre, as much as we know about, is on that list. So if you click on the conventions tab on our .com, you'll find over 2,200 events and links to all of their sites and a Google Calendar. Mindy does yeoman's work in maintaining all of that. And we've constantly been updating as events change their dates, we postpone or they cancel, they're going virtual. So we have that in regular reports on the channel as we get new information. So we'll do those updates, and then we have a wrap up of that on Saturday morning, along with the weather forecast for the cities that are going to be hosting live events the next week.
Do you ever plan to like send correspondents to these cons so they can kind of do content, with special guests, like almost like kind of a live San Diego con type of?
Yeah, we've talked to a few, and we've actually, that's one of the things that we were getting ready to really push doing last year before everything shut down. We broadcast from C2E2. That was the last event we got to. And what I would love to do, and I've talked to various different conventions about doing this, is getting out on the floor and broadcasting pretty much like you would with a political convention or a sports event where you've got the anchors in the booth and you got reporters out on the floor doing stuff. And we've managed to do that a few times. We're the only site that's ever done it for Worldcon. And we'd like to do more of that. But yeah, we do occasionally, we'll dial in organizers of events to check in and see what adjustments they're having to make. If they're doing something live, they're doing something in person, how the events have been impacted by the lockdown, the pandemic and all of that. So it's an ongoing thing. We continue to evolve that, but I would very much like to have more correspondence, communication, coordination with event organizers so we can get that more front and center on our shows.
Well, you look like you really put out a very professional looking product. I've seen your production. I checked out your interview with Luke Stone, who's been on our show. So how would a creator that maybe watches this, that's a comic book creator, are you looking for guests, or would they reach out to you and say, I've got a project, would you mind, maybe consider interviewing me for that? How does that work?
We have the contact tab on our .com, or anybody can send me a DM on any of the social media. We're on pretty much all of them. So anybody can find us that way. tips@scififorme.com is a good email address. If it's event related, we have events@scififorme.com. So if anybody's got, if they're part of an if they're organizing an event, or if they're going to make an appearance somewhere, we're tracking that too. So various different ways that people can get in touch with me.
Very cool, Jason. You've got a great looking studio. I love it.
Thank you.
It's like, does that PC still work in the back?
That Mac? Yes, it does.
Oh, really? Nice. That's
and
cool.
I'm currently trying to figure out the tech so I can stream my Atari 2600 that's been sitting in my parents' garage for the last 30 plus years. I cleaned it up. It's working, including most of the games that were there, the game cartridges. The only two that didn't work were Pitfall and Zaxxon. But the one that worked fresh out of the box, E.T. So,
really?
Yeah.
That's funny. You should start your own Twitch channel with the 2600.
We have a Twitch channel. We're getting close to 100 followers over there. It's building up slowly. We also are on Odyssey. So if anybody wants to find us over there, we're building up there, and we're in the beta group, I guess you could say, for live streams. So we're also able to live stream to Odyssey as well.
Oh, cool. So you've got not just your YouTube channel, but you also the sci-fi-for-me.com, right? So that's different. Okay.
Right. And
so
the .com is usually where we'll put, news articles, book reviews, movie reviews, because we get a lot of that. We're not as active over there as I would like. And again, that goes back to manpower, because we've got so many people that are working on the shows that we're not doing a whole lot with the articles, but we do have a good mix of content over there. We've got the Starlog retrospective that we did a couple of years ago, and we constantly are turning out book reviews over here. So
yeah, I used to read Starlog back in the day. Is it still being published or
no? The people that currently own Fangoria, who bought it from Cinestate, they're continuing with the publication of the print edition of Fango. And at some point, I think they're going to revive Starlog, at least electronically online, maybe an archive. But I haven't been able to pull any information out of any of my contacts at Fangoria to say, okay, what's going to happen with Starlog? Because I think eventually it has to come back, but they've got to figure out how to make that work. So
you would think it would, at least like in a website type of format or something. But I love that magazine. You've got quite a few subs just in this 10 minutes, Jason. I think I've seen like 4 or 5 people say they've subbed to you. So
that's great.
I got to make sure. Yeah, I got to make sure that I do that as well when the show's over. But anything else you want to add to the discussion before we sign off here?
Actually, yeah, we've got one thing that I want to make sure people know about. Today at 3 p.m. Eastern, we are going to be interviewing E. Gary Gygax Jr., who is the son of the founder of TSR Games, the creator of Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
Ernie is part of a new endeavor. They are reviving TSR. They just went live with their new website last week. Wow. And they've got new RPGs coming out. So we're going to talk to Ernie about the new TSR and the legacy of the original TSR and all of that at 3 p.m. Eastern. It's a special edition of Live from the Bunker.
Wow. That's cool, man. Well, I'm excited for you.
We're plugging along.
Yeah, you've got a great presence, man. You're very casual, easy to listen to. You got a nice voice and just really chill. I like that, man. So I'll definitely subscribe and check out your shows. I might even hit you up to see if you might want to interview me one of these days for comics. How often do you do your comic shows?
The interviews we do, especially featuring indie comics creators, we generally do those on the Saturday morning show. So we either pre-record them or have them in live. And those are usually about 10 or 15 minutes in a segment. But I do have a couple of comics related programs that are on the back burner I would like to revive. One of them is called Comic Con Carne, which is our comics industry news program. All of it, a lot of our shows have kind of food puns. Our Doctor Who show is TARDIS sauce.
Okay.
Our Star Wars news show is Salacious Crumbs. So
yes,
it kind of
that's
works
hilarious
that way. So
I like it. I like it. So, Jason, I also noticed you're very color coordinated. Everything matches in your. That's nice. Is that planned or?
Well, no. The red shirt, not really. The rest of it, red's part of our brand as far as the color scheme. But no, the shirt just happened to be the one that I grabbed out of the closet today. So,
yeah, cool, man. Well, you look good. Well, I wish you the best. Say hi to your wife for us, and definitely love to have you back again, Jason. All of our guests we were great today. I had a great time chatting. What's up for you for the rest of your day? Are you besides the 3 o'clock?
We've got the interview with Mr. Gygax at 3 p.m. today, and then nothing else on the program. I've got a book review that I got to finish, and then tomorrow night we have the Ranker Pit, which is our Star Wars discussion show. So we got to prep for that, and then the rest of it is pretty much prep for Saturday morning's news program, Good Morning Multiverse.
Awesome. Well, Jason, you are a busy guy, and I hope your channel continues to expand and that you hit that 2,000 and start being able to, get some revenue for your efforts. But you've been very professional, and I might have to hit you up for streaming tips because you seem like you've got it down to an art. So
happy to.
All right. Okay. Well, Jason, thank you again for being here, my friend.
All right. Thank you, Don.
All right. Have a great day.
All right. You too.
Okay. All right, guys. So I'm almost done, but I do have a little bit of fun stuff here. I've got a mail call that I just decided that I would add in. But let's see. Do I have a little banner for that? Yeah. Here we go. Mail call. Okay, guys. So sometimes I do these streams where I open up stuff live or I do a stream, but I've got quite a bit of mail in the last week, and I just wanted to shout out to those people that have sent me some cool stuff. So we just mentioned Luke Stone. Luke Stone has a project called Hybrids, and Luke sent me this really cool mug. I reached out to Luke and I said, I'll trade you my X-FARCE mug for one of your hybrid mugs. And I think his mug is more classy than mine. It's got the black interior, but it's pretty sweet. It's got artwork. So Luke, if you watch this on a replay, buddy, thank you for your cool cup. And then he also sent me his comic books, which I pre-opened, but I haven't taken them out of the bag yet. So if you haven't backed Hybrids yet, I'm going to put a little tag here where you can go to that. And so you can go to Indiegogo and look up Hybrids, The Killing Field. I think this is like his third effort, but he's got one called Voodoo Nations, probably a past effort. Here's Hybrids, The Sons of Gods. And boy, he's even got some one of those blockhead things on the back as a little freebie, along with some bookmarks and trading cards. So please check out Luke. He's on Twitter as well at Luke Stone Studio. This is Trash Day with a really cool hollow foil cover. So thank you, Luke. Thanks for that. And then I also wanted to say thank you to Mandy Summers. So Mandy sent me the cool Super Dead. And obviously it's probably some kind of, I got a cool horror zombie theme. And so Mandy sent me that recently with trading card and a print. Mandy's got a huge YouTube channel. I think she's got over 5,000 subscribers. You can also sign up for her latest project, which is called Jack the Ripper Vampire Hunter, which is going to be launching on Indiegogo pretty soon. So definitely check out Mandy. She does Wart the Wizard, Super Dead, very busy lady. And then my good friend who's working on BEARDZZERKER with me, Keith Gleason, he finally fulfilled Mighty Mascots. I actually got a preview of these. He and I have been corresponding for the last few months, but these books, issues 4, 5, and 6, just arrived from the printer about a month ago, and he's been working diligently at fulfilling that campaign for the Mighty Mascots. But he's got all this cool swag that comes with it, like a wax pack, trading cards, bookmarks, pins, stickers, and all that stuff. So if you want to support Keith, definitely check him out at heroenvy.com. And he's also at Reckless Gleason. And lastly, we do still have X-FARCE, the Reloaded comic book that we released in April. It's still available for sale. We're running a special where you can get all 3 issues shipped at no free shipping, either in the United States or overseas. So that saves about $30 to our overseas clients. You can get all 3 issues. And they're all signed if you like, in full color book. And last but not least, we still have Beardzerker. It's in demand. We're working diligently on that book. Bill Mouse and I and my wife, and Keith is our letterer, and also the Bill Mouse's daughter, Cat Mouse, is doing the coloring chores on that. So a little bit behind on that. I'm hoping that we can get that out for you soon. But we had a great time. Let's go ahead and say goodbye to the chat here. What you guys say? It said, nice seeing. Hi, Ryan. Good to see you. I just read your Gods and Gears short story, and it came out on a Wednesday. It was the one with the variant cover that was the blank cover. So I'd never seen Gods and Gears until then. It looks like a really cool story. And your coloring was very nice on that, Ryan. You know, for you guys to do that level of quality and make it look good on newsprint, to me, that's very commendable. I like newsprint. It's kind of what I grew up on, but you guys did a great job on that. And I've got your other Gods and Gears that came out in the latest alternative campaign, the Because You Demanded It campaign. So I'm looking forward to catching up and reading some cool comics. Let's see, Sci-Fi for Me says, I missed out on the earlier one, but you guys probably know what you're talking about, buttons. Mike says that's a classy coffee tier mug. Yes. Yeah, I do a little bit of unboxing, Pops. That's always the fun part of the job is getting other people's cool stuff. Luke and Mandy do rock. Yes, definitely. Keith Gleason is one of my favorite creators. I love the Mighty Mascots. Nice. Hey, Leandro, good to see you, buddy. How are you? Thanks for joining. I hit you up on that Twitter announcement today. So Cat Mouse is why yeah, that's cute. It's a great name for a comic book artist, is Cat Mouse. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye for today. Next week, we're gonna have another show. I'll announce that on Twitter as soon as I have it formalized, but I had a great time. I don't know if Jim O'Reilly is still in the chat, but he asked for a slap chop. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye with the famous slap chop rap. And then I hope you guys have a great day. God bless. Keep smiling. Keep reading comics. Stay healthy. And we'll see you next time.
Hi, it's Fitz with slap chop 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 chop. Watch this. Hi, it's Fitz with slap chop. You can be in a great mood all day, cause you can slapping your troubles away with a slap. Slapping your troubles away with a slap chop. Hi, it's Fitz with slap chop. You can be in a great mood all day, cause you can slapping your troubles away with a slap. Slapping your troubles away with a slap chop. Look, here's a potato. One slap, you got big chunks for the stew. 2 slaps, don't rise in a second, and look at this. With your mushroom, the more you do it, the finer it gets your switch any plate. Now, you love salad, you hate making it. You know you hate making salad, you hate making it. Except we don't have any salad in your diet. Just one slap, salad. Soup, coleslaw, stuff. You want 5 seconds? 4 or 5 seconds, it's done. This thing, just tuna, looks boring. Stop having the boring tuna. Stop having the boring life. Add this tuna, maybe like this. Now you're gonna have a nice, exciting life. Now here's a hard-boiled egg. One chunk, you add the pickle, you add the meat. And what you can do, you can mix things together. You add a ham, and you're gonna love this. You don't have time to make a breakfast. Breakfast to go. Watch this, you're gonna love my nuts. Watch this, you're gonna love my nuts. Watch this, you're gonna watch this. You're gonna watch this. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Sort of my fruit, the mango. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Look at this, not beautiful ice cream. The reason you're gonna slap away every day is because it's so easy to clean. 1, 2, and pump pops open like that. Like now these other ones you've seen in the stores. Bacteria gets in the food. All the stores have this. You can't clean it. You can't open this up. It's worthless. Forget about it. Now take the slab chop. Put it back together. Put the slab chop right there. Let's put the slab chop right there. Let's put the slab chop right there. Let's put the slab chop right there. The skin's at the bottom. 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 The skin comes right off. 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 Now put a tomato in there. Add your cilantro, your hot peppers right there. You can hit it like this. Hit it like this. Hit it like this. Hit it like this. Guys, we're gonna make America skinny again, one slap at a time. It's guys, we're gonna make America skinny again, one slap at a time. It's guys, we're one skinny again, one slap at a one slap at a guys, we're one skinny again, one slap at a guys, we're one skinny again, one slap at a guys, we're one slap at a slap. Lions mixed with slap chop. You can be in a great mood all day. You can slap your troubles away with a slap. You slap your troubles away with a slap chop. Lions mixed with slap chop. You can be in a great mood all day. You can slap your troubles away with a slap. You slap your troubles away with a slap chop.
It's easy. You just got one hand and chop, 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 chop.
Watch this. Tacos, fettuccine, linguine, martini, bikini.